welcome back. We are joined by members of the Rotary Club of Belize. So here we have Cisco Woods, who is a member of the fundraising committee. We have Katherine Meighan, a member of the PR committee, and the treasurer, Mr. Marcelo Coyi. So welcome and good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And you're here to discuss the annual truck raffle, right? So give us some details.
Okay, the truck raffle is one of our major fundraisers that helps support all the projects that we do. We've been doing it for about 8 years now. We've done all kind of different trucks. We stick with the double cab 4x4 diesel as our mainstay, but we've done Nissans, Toyotas. This year we're doing a Ford. And it's really important for our club to pull this one off right, because we'll be depending on it for a lot of support for our projects. It's really something where everybody can participate. They know that their ticket, when they buy a ticket, they have a potential chance to win that truck. But most people, when they buy that ticket, they are thinking of the cause that the money is going to. And it's a big part of it. It's really major. It's just that they have a potential to win a very, very nice truck.
Yeah. And it's pretty good odds, too. It's limited tickets that you guys sell.
1 in 1,000. So, and then there's still 4 consolation prizes. So the chance of winning is like 1 in 250 of winning something.
So second prize is double. It's only 2 cap, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, not a second drop. Consolation prizes.
Not in the budget. That's okay. But it is a highly anticipated raffle, and I appreciate what you said. That oftentimes people don't necessarily purchase with the thought of winning the truck, although it's a great prize. They do know that they're contributing towards the projects that the Rotary Club of Belize does. Now, I want to start off because we've had several different clubs come on. So let's talk about what distinguishes the Rotary Club of Belize from the others, right? Kathy?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Well, your brothers and sisters, really.
Well, we are the first club that was formed in Belize, 1957. And the other club usually distinguishes as being older. But I will tell them we are more experienced.
Okay.
And our projects, in terms of funding, we have what you call club projects, things that we do on our own. Then we have what we call matching grants that we participate with outside Rotarian clubs outside of Belize. And then we get also funds from something called the Rotary Foundation. And obviously what we do locally is our 100% funded by the club. And we have several of them that we do. There are others that we do with another club in another country, club to club. It's very easy, basically. And then those that go through foundation are more complicated in that you have to do project writing. You have to justify it. You have to show measurement. You have to show output. And our club is one of those that are participating. That's what's club in our district. In our district, we have about 75 clubs. District means Belize, Guatemala, Honduras. Less than 10% participate in the global grants because, as you say, it's project writing and what have you. But the good thing about that is that your money is multiplied several times. Up where we might put in a donation of 1,000, 2,000, we can bring in projects, in the hundreds of thousands. And we have 2 projects right now that we are participating. One we have upgraded, helped to upgrade the Kikaka High School. It's Ocean Academy, I think is the name. They have gone to the 3rd floor. They have put in a computer lab. We have bought books for the library. And that was a Rotary Foundation grant. And, I think that was about 130,000 worth of material and what we did in the project. We have another one that we're doing next year. We began already, but we will go doing mostly next year, the literary grant in schools on the south side. It's about 140,000. So we can attract bigger projects. But for local funding, we need, obviously, some money to come into the club. And so our local projects are, the scholarships that we give to the various schools. We have about 12 to 15 high schools, people who get, scholarships. We have feeding program in 2 schools, with St. Martin not St. Martin, it's St. Joseph
Yeah.
and
St.
Ebenezer.
St.
Ebenezer.
Joseph,
And
correct,
Ebenezer, where we fund a breakfast program, it's a lunch program. We have the Gift of Life, which is a huge project, you know, again, has a lot of experience in that, but that is an important project because we get young newborns or children who have congenital heart disease. We don't do open cardiac surgery in Belize. Left without other resources, those babies would die.
Yeah.
And then we send about 15 patients per year abroad, various hospitals. And recently we have been sending to Guatemala, where they do open heart surgery, and Cayman Islands, where also there's a new facility there.
Yeah.
Then there are projects that we begin, but we don't continue to, as a club, we don't continue.
Yeah.
We have the Coyi Foundation, where Cisco's father, John Woods, began that management program of the national prison. And the ambulance, we began that. And then that has its own board of directors.
Crime
The
Stoppers.
Crime Stoppers is another project that we began, has now its own. So we just begin the project.
Your clinics,
Correct.
yeah, that you have.
So to sum it up, perhaps, you know, it's the international, and to support what Doc has said, it's the international support that we get. Also the support, our district is not only Belize, our district is Guatemala, Honduras, and Belize, District 4250, and then also the years of experience as well that we've had. I don't think it would be, every club is unique in its own way. And, you know, our goal, I guess, is to try to support the community and try to do projects that are, you know, not repeat the same projects and try to coordinate among each other, basically, right? So that our support can help the entire community in various ways and have as far-reaching an effort as possible.
The other thing about what is happening, because it changes, is that the Rotary projects that are funded internationally by the Rotary Foundation, the rules tend to change, like now, and that's because of experience, because they found that we would do projects for which the recipients really is not what they want, it's what the Rotarians wanted. And they shifted around now that you must have a community survey first to make sure that the recipients are what they really want before we can even move on.
To ensure you're meeting needs that have been identified.
That the recipients know that they want.
Wow.
A lot of times, you know, we do projects when we walk, but you know, it's not appreciated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would imagine in the case of scholarships or life-saving surgeries, those are needs that don't even have to be communicated from the recipients themselves. It is a need in the country. The length of, or the list that you just provided in terms of the number of projects spearheaded by Rotary, I think, really shows the presence that you've had in the country. And from what I'm hearing, you have both funding coming internationally, but you do rely on local support.
Our budget for local funding is about 80,000, 100,000 Belize per year.
Okay.
And it's worth noting that the international projects, a part of the package arrangement is that you must provide some local funds as well. So they're looking for, you know, they're looking for this to be a joint effort.
Of course, that we put in our pound of flesh, essentially. And so the truck raffle is one of the ways that you work towards meeting target.
That's correct.
Because it's an annual event, and I know sometimes people get caught up with all the raffles and all the giveaways at Christmas. How have you seen the support over the years?
Recently we've been selling out almost every year.
Yeah.
We sell out 1,000 tickets. So the support has been tremendous.
Yeah.
And what's really neat about it is the full class of folks coming in, the working class coming in, housewives, just anybody, everybody, they come in and they buy a ticket. Some guys just buy one, and I know some folks that will come in and they buy 10 just to be sure. There's one particular friend of mine that he will buy one at the start, then he'll wait a couple of weeks, then he'll buy another one, and then he'll wait a couple of weeks, then he'll buy another one.
Strategy.
But most people wait until the last 2 weeks. They want to make sure their ticket is on the top of the
barrel.
Right?
Smart.
But I'll be honest with you, I pay attention to that whenever we draw the prizes, the main prize and then the consolation prizes, is that we have seen of 5 tickets pulled from the 0 to 100, right through the whole spectrum of the 1,000. So
so you have a chance.
It's really mixed very well.
Okay.
So when you pull a ticket, you just don't know which one will come out. It could be from the start, it could be from the end.
Okay, good then. And where do you get tickets? Where can you get the tickets?
Well, the best spot is right there at Broder's on the Philip Golson Highway, right there in
There's a
front
guy
of
with
Benny's.
a sign in case you missed
that
it.
guy, Leonard Walters, finalist his name. He's like the best salesman in Belize as far as I'm concerned. Right? He has tickets right there, but we have tickets countrywide. We're going to be starting to call them in shortly because we don't want to be at the last week and then have tickets out district. So we'll be calling them in shortly. But we have our website. We have the Facebook account. That's the best way to get it. We've even sold tickets through Facebook, where they would send we give the account information to them. They will send a picture of the deposit slip. We'll fill out the information, send them a picture of their ticket with their name on it, and put it in the barrel. So we've done, last year we did at least 20 like that. So.
And check out the features of the truck. So it does include insurance as well?
For 1 year.
For 1 year.
It's comprehensive.
All right.
And it includes oil as well for 1 year.
It's from Mobile Oil Gen Truck, which is a new one for us. We didn't,
Correct.
that one came by surprise, which we're happy.
I also get Cisco recipients of that have benefited from Rotary. They find it as a way of, to fund the club to make other similar projects. The scholarship recipients, the gift of life recipients. They find it as a way. They don't really worry much about the truck, but it's a way in which to give back to the Rotary Club for the services that they received, and that's good.
Yes.
And we've gotten tremendous support from our sponsors as well, from BEC, from Mobiles, from Angelos Press, who helped us with the printing of the tickets as well. So they're RF&G with the insurance as well. So thank you to them.
And looking at the, going back to the Gift of Life program, do you have a number of persons that you've assisted? How do you keep track of them?
Wow, that's Yvette's and Marla's thing. But that is at least 20 years old, Cisco?
Yeah.
It's since 1977, and
Okay.
we've supported so far, not inclusive of the recent ones that went in 265 kids.
Wow.
We are the in Belize, the Rotary Club supports 100% of helping kids with congenital heart disease. So it's Gift of Life is an incredible project. Learning about that, I'm a new Rotarian, and learning about that is incredibly inspiring. As well, to see what it has done, the support that all of the members have for it, the love of the project itself, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, one nurse pointed out when they visited, because we have the teams that come in and do the assessments, the clinics, she pointed out that as far as she knows, our Rotary Club is the only Rotary Club in the world that takes care of 100% of the children with congenital heart disease. Apparently the percentage of children that are born with that is the same worldwide. No matter where you are, it's about the same. And she was proud to come here to work with our club because we take care of 100% of all the kids. So any parent that has children with known troubles with their heart, they can bring them to the clinics. And we have them in the south, we have them here. The main one is right here in the city. But we do go down to Danguiga, the Southern Regional Hospital, to have clinics there. So they have a chance to bring their child in and find out if that's
We have another one coming up in the early part of next year.
Okay.
And we do announce it, we let everybody know. So if anybody is in need of anything of that sort, they're welcome to reach out to us.
And with that, is there a set amount of children that you aim to help for the year, or does it just depend on how many children are in need?
It depends on what happened is that we have 2 teams that come, 2 specialists, pediatric cardiologists, and the team. They assess all the babies that come to the 2 clinics in Danriga and Belize, and they put them in priority, and they tell us these 15 people need to go. And then with our partnership with the different hospitals and the different Rotarians, we identify a hospital for them. where in the United States the hospital basically is donated as part of the linkages that we have. Sometimes there are limitations that the hospital say we can only take 2, that one take 2, and you beg, right? But we have found Guatemala and Cayman recently, where they have given us a very much of a discounted price, and basically they charge us, about 5,000 US per kid. But for what the cost, the actual cost of the surgery is about 100 to 150,000 US. So we, so it's using our linkages and our connections that we're able to get. So it varies. Sometimes it's 7, 8, sometimes 15, sometimes it's more. You also have had some contributions from various organizations, some Social Security. They help us, and so that makes it easier for us that we know that this is dedicated donation only for Gift of Life. So this year we have been quite lucky that we have had several donations, so we're able to send everybody who needs it this year.
And we've had conversations with parents and children, and I don't think you can ever be able to quantify what it means to a parent who has a sick baby that without treatment will die. The opportunity to be able to get out of the country instantaneously, almost instantaneously, and get the treatment that is needed, and the follow-up checkups that happen afterwards. So I know that is a program that you should be very proud of, and over 20 years already, you said? Wow.
1977.
So, are there any new programs that the club has undertaken? We know the scholarship programs. We know that the club members tend to be very involved in these different outreach programs. What's new?
Well, Marcelo, can we talk about that foundation, the grant that we're looking at for St. Martin? One new one, and it focuses on education and maybe a new way of getting education to our children, is St. Martin's. We're working on the grant where we try to get a matching grant, global grant. And what we will do is put 50 computers at St. Martin's, make a really nice lab, and start what they call a CALS program, Computer Assisted Learning System. And what it does, that system, it works from, I think, standard 1 up to standard 6. And it will get a child, so you could have a standard 6 class, but not all the kids are at the same level. So it will go to the exact level that child is at and bring them up to where they should be for that grade. So it's really, really unique. It's the way the world is going now with education. They talk about tablet education, where they can learn from a tablet. Well, this is similar, except we're using a computer and a system that we already know. Actually, we have that program working at the Colby Foundation, and guys are learning to read and do math and learn good English right there at the program. We only have like 21 computers, but up there's no summer, so these guys are, there's no summer break, right?
No school
all the
break.
time. So we get more students graduating, or more men graduating on that program than any other CALS program in the country. So,
actually, I think I think your sister is involved somehow in the St. Martin's project, where she showed us a study where the level at where students should be in their grade, about only 20–25% are performing where they should be. And so this system that he's talking about is to make learning exciting and pleasurable. So it's not really just rote, and so they go to a program and using games they learn how to read and to write, and if they do well, they move on to a higher level until they really reach for their level, and then they are brought back into the school system. So that
it's most essential they have the right reading proficiency, because that's what is needed to get ahead after school.
And just out of curiosity, are the kids in the classroom then streamed, or say you're in standard 6, you have all standard 6 students in a class, and then the program is geared to their specific needs?
Yes.
Oh,
but
so they're
all
all
a proposed project. It's not being done
yet.
It's not being done in the everyday 8 to 3. Right now, St. Martin is doing it as a after hours, after school. They pick the students that need help and they help them. It's not working 100% because obviously it's volunteer. The mother has to put the patient, no, the student, after hours, right? After hours, they have to go to the after hours school.
Yeah.
What we are hoping to achieve is that within the school time, they are able to dedicate
A portion of
slot
it, yeah.
to be able to do this. So then it can be for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like how a class would go to the library, have library time, they would take that class and go to their CALS program
Yeah.
time. And then that system would be able to work with that whole class at each individual level that they're at.
And I think that's important too, because there is, you know, you go to the library and maybe you're not at the reading level of the rest of your classmates, and then you have to be removed. That's a little embarrassing, and it can have some effect on a child's self-esteem.
Yes.
So I like the idea of having them, you know, all together, and then the program that you're working on is geared to your specific needs.
Yes.
Yeah. So I like that.
It also shows the evolution of the type of programs that you're working with. I also, you know, I'm sure people are looking who have some community-based initiative and saying, well, I want Rotary to help me. Do you also accept proposals from people in being able to partner?
Definitely. Actually, that's a good idea, because next year in February, late January, the last weekend of January, we're having a thing called a project fair, where the clubs of the district of the 3 countries, they bring projects. And we also have Canadian Rotarian clubs and North American clubs that come to the project fair, which will be held in Belize.
Okay.
And so the Rotarians present their projects, and the North American Rotarians come and say, well, I like your project. This is what our clubs want to do. These clubs are always looking for international projects. So if any group has a worldwide project and would like to get funding, they can bring it to any of the clubs, and if the clubs agree to it, they can bring it forward to the project fair to look for funding. And certainly our club, you know, is open to
They're welcome
ideas.
to reach out to us on the Facebook page at the start.
Okay.
Because we do collaborate with NGOs or any group.
Are there particular objectives that their project has to meet to match the vision of the club itself?
Well, it's very wide, really.
Okay.
It's very wide, almost any project. We have 6 areas of focus, and basically that encompasses almost everything. And once you're within that 6 areas of focus, we can go ahead. As I said, the newer things I say, you must do a community survey. You must show measurement of the success. You can't just do it and walk away. So at the beginning, like our club, we want to do a water project. We need to show there is a certain amount of disease, a certain amount of absenteeism from sickness. We do the intervention, and at the end of the water project, you know, you have a better outcome in terms of attendance and sickness and gastroenteritis. You know, that's how the new projects are going. You know, it's not only giving you money. So any project in those 6 areas of focus, you can go ahead.
So in essence, you know, anybody can just propose, put together some basic information, goals, their vision, right? What they're looking for in terms of funds, and send it off to us, and then we can take it from there, and we can break down, break down for them exactly what additional information we would need.
And of course, we can still show our support by being able to purchase tickets. How many are left at this point in time? 2?
No, we still have to go all our races.
But I think, you know, December is the month we sell the tickets. And I think the strategy, I don't know if it works, but everybody likes to buy in December.
They'll buy the day before.
When is the
Especially when
drawing date?
bonus comes in. That's
Which is about now, right?
Yes,
When is
which
the
about
drawing
now.
date?
The drawing date is on the 29th of December.
The 29th of December.
Correct.
So we still have some time.
Yes.
Yes.
You
We
close
still
off
do.
your 2017, right?
Yeah.
Where can people get tickets for the truck raffle?
Okay, well, the best spot is right there by Brody's on the Philip Golson Highway. And then we have our Facebook website that has a
Correct.
list
All
of,
Rotarians have tickets.
Rotarians
Okay.
have it, and we're countrywide. In Tropic office in PG has tickets, Landis and Sons in Orange Walk. So it's countrywide right now, but like I said, we're going to be...
This weekend we're going to pull back all the tickets. Then we will know the answer to your question.
Oh, then you'll know how many are still left to be sold. Okay. And once you buy one ticket, you're eligible. It only takes one, $100. And it's essentially a contribution towards the projects that you undertake
and it's
in this country.
100% contribution. You know, whatever is we get goes to the community. Nothing. The Rotary Clubs doesn't keep any administrative fees.
Okay.
That's correct. Good point. Yes.
It doesn't cover the cost of the truck. It
Yeah.
is to go towards your fundraising project.
Well, I
No.
think what's important to note is that Rotarians is a volunteer club. You pay to be a Rotarian. So this project goes, every money that's made off of it goes towards the fundraising project. Every money that's made off of it goes towards all the different projects that we do. So none of it goes towards our lunch at the Radisson, right? And we pay for that. Right? So we as individual Rotarians pay for that. That's how Rotary works.
Yeah.
So all the fundraising we do go 100% towards the different projects that we do. And even go beyond. Rotary's one of their main things was to get rid of polio, to eradicate polio. So all our efforts that we do, even a percentage of that goes towards eradicating polio worldwide, which is a big deal.
Which
I
we're so
have good
close.
friends that have had polio and are good today because of the vaccine that Rotary helps promote worldwide.
Okay. And what about people who are interested in joining the Rotary Club?
Yes, the club is made up of business and professional persons. Okay, particularly people who are in the senior management, because you need to do certain things that if you're an employee, you have to ask permission. You don't give permission. You have to be at that level to be able to come to meetings, to make decisions.
Yeah.
Any such person who is interested can contact any of the Rotarians.
Yeah. And obviously there's a continued interest because Kathy is a new member.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us before we close off
Well,
this segment?
we just like to thank all the members of the Belize community who have been helping us. We do hope that they continue and that we'll be able to get the 1,000 tickets sold to be able to benefit the community. Everything goes right back. So we say thanks to all those Belizeans who have helped and supported the club.
And thank you as well for allowing us an opportunity to come on here.
Right, and of course our sponsors. We couldn't do it without all our sponsors. You guys, the insurance companies, Belize Estate and Company, Toyota, Bravo Motors, all these guys that just give us the best prices. I can't even announce the prices that they give us.
Because then people go ask for it.
Exactly. I mean, I know the prices, and no company, if they go in and they want to buy 20 vehicles, get that price that we get. So they are biggest. They really help us a lot.
Yeah.
So our supporters, all the companies that donate and give us those prices, we appreciate it.
I think as people know the work that you do. So thank you very much for coming in and reminding us that the raffle is still ongoing. People have up until December 29th to get the tickets. If they're still available, so it's safer, it's a payday weekend coming up, put aside $100 to buy your ticket. And you never know, you may walk away or drive away with a brand new truck at the end of the year and know you've contributed towards the Rotary Club of Belize's projects. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you as
and
well.
best of luck in the new year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to go ahead now and take a break. And when we come back, we'll be talking about the Christmas promotions from Digicel. So stay tuned.